hello. Welcome back to Untitled after 2 weeks of me being busy with classes and towards the end of the semester. This week, originally, I was going to do an episode probably about college and whatnot. However, Wrestlemania happened, and that I can talk about that because that's something up my alley. Because I did watch part of night 1 and most of night 2. I was in D&D, so I saw like clips, bits and pieces here and there as I was listening to my DM. By the way, if I randomly am not speaking well, I have a major headache. I think it's because of allergies, and yeah. So Wrestlemania. I grew up with WWE since I was a small kid. My dad got me into it, and ever since then, I have had this love for WWE, and I remember watching it like Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown, elementary school-ish, but in general, it was something that I always loved doing, and being with my dad and just kind of hanging out. And I would even watch WrestleMania on Sundays, like before I had to go to school Monday. And my mom would always compromise, being like, yeah, as long as you wake up tomorrow to go to school, you can watch the full thing. And you know what I did? I went to school the next day, excited over WrestleMania. Since I am a college student in this time and day, I watched it in the 2010s. So most of my heroes growing up were like AJ Lee, John Cena at the time, The Shield, so many different names that I can talk about and just reminisce about. Oh my God, you're hearing my phone because I'm placing it down. And to now have that carry throughout my life into now, because I've been to so many different house shows. I've been to Monday Night Raw, have not gone to a Friday Night SmackDown yet, need to. I went to WrestleMania 40. I was there, nosebleed seats and all, in Philadelphia. And it was something that I liked doing and I like following. I haven't watched in a while because, classes. I feel like I should do a whole episode of me yapping about college because holy yap, that will be a holy yap. Sorry, I realized that I think the volume is higher than I normally have it for the mic, so you're gonna get a lot of mouth sounds from me, and I deeply apologize. I'm so sorry. But where was I? In general, wrestling has been a part of my life, and I don't know what I'd do without it as a fan for this long. So WrestleMania happened, and night 1, I saw some of, I think it was Liv Morgan versus Stephanie Vaquer. I hope that I pronounced her name right, but it's okay. Stephanie Vaquer. But in general, I didn't really fully watch night 1, which I need to go back and watch night 1. Night 2, however, I saw Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill. Ever since Rhea Ripley kind of came to the main roster, I've always been a fan because I am a fan of the like alternative, not really weird, but like not your typical wrestler. So like back in the 2010s, Bray Wyatt was one of my favorites and still is because he had that like creepiness towards him. I like horror movies, well, and I huge fan of like scary films. I love slashers. I love anything. Halloween is my favorite holiday, and so having a wrestler like Bray Wyatt to be like, oh, I like creepy, scary things too, and you are right up my alley. Like the Wyatt family were huge for me. Like Rhea Ripley is one of those where it's like she's not like other girls, but she's like in a sense alternative, and I always like the alternative wrestlers. Damian Priest is one of those that I like. Finn Balor, who I will get to, is one of those I liked because of the demon. Aleister Black, definitely liked. Like, I liked all the creepy, spooky, scary, like Alexa Bliss during quarantine era when she was with Bray Wyatt. Definitely one of my favorite, like, storylines is because I like a good scare. I like a good spook. Anyways, back to WrestleMania. Like Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill, I enjoyed it personally. I knew of Jade Cargill from AEW before she left AEW to come to WWE, and I always support like any black wrestler out there. Like I do enjoy most black wrestlers because like Naomi, I love Naomi. I've loved her since I was little. Bianca Belair, love Bianca Belair, love her. Michin, love Michin. BFAB, I haven't really gotten into, but hey, I like supporting. I like supporting and repping my people. And I really did enjoy the showcase that both Rhea and Jade put off. Who also? Was it Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton? I mean, Randy Orton I've watched since I was a kid, and to see him still wrestling, snaps to you, man. Cody Rhodes, I also remember in the 2010s. I mainly remember him as Stardust, unfortunately, but in general, a dope match, dope way to end WrestleMania Night 2, and WrestleMania as a whole, to me. I mean, wrestling to me, it's like, I always enjoy it. Like, I can tell, like, oh, that was kind of not a good match, but hey, I enjoyed some sequences. Hey, why not? The Intercontinental Champion ladder match. Was it Javon Evans, Penta? Oh my God. Who? I have to pull up the match card now because I do not recall. Hold on. Let me pull up the WrestleMania Night 2 match card. Also, I like the blue look for Night 2. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Night 1 for Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. It was CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. There it is. Mouth noise. I do like CM Punk. I'm a CM Punk truther. Sad to see him lose the championship, but if he's going to like relax for a bit with his wife AJ Lee, which love AJ Lee, loved her since I was little, love that woman, that's fine. I feel like people don't realize that, oh, they're taking a break, maybe they're retired. They're just taking a break because they need a break, guys. That's why you're hearing mouth noises. The mic is so close to my mouth. Okay. Oh no, that's worse. But in general, I feel like people need to realize that people who entertain us are humans. So like, let's not be creepy. Let's not be mad that they're taking a break. Oh, they're humans. They're humans, guys. Just please, they're humans. Okay. Yeah, Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. I almost said Cody Rhodes. Listen, I went through that era of watching Cody trying to finish the story. I listen. I sometimes associate Roman Reigns with Cody Rhodes. It's okay. I talked about Rhea. Oba Femi. Oba. Yeah, him destroying Brock Lesnar and Brock Lesnar retiring? ? So I'm online, and I did hear about like the whole thing that reporters are saying is that Brock Lesnar was supposed to retire at SummerSlam, which makes sense. He is Mr. SummerSlam. And that his whole like thing of like retirement was a surprise. So that listen, whenever that man retires, he retires. He doesn't listen. These are people who are for my entertainment. Not a huge Brock Lesnar fan for different reasons that we don't have to get into, but yeah, we can skip over that. Trick Williams becoming United States champion. Hey, whoop that trick. I am, listen, power to the black people. Honestly, with that, like, giving the US championship from Carmelo Hayes to Sami Zayn, okay, Carmelo could have had it until WrestleMania and we had Carmelo Hayes versus Trick Williams. That would have been cool, but I'm not WWE creative. I'm really not. I'm a fan who just sits back and watches everything. Yeah, there it is, the ladder match for Intercontinental Champion. I like Penta. I like Javon Evans. There's a little Rey Mysterio. Was it Rey Mysterio? I think Rey Mysterio was a part of it. Rusev was a part of it. Yeah, and then I could be getting my stuff wrong, but again, it's been a crucial 2 weeks of college. That can be another holy yap. Yeah, I like the Intercon. I always like ladder matches. Listen, I'm easily entertained. I am picky about storylines though, because like Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, they could have done so much more with it, but hey, again, I'm not creative of WWE, but you have to face those facts. Alright, I'm putting my phone down because Finn Balor time. Okay, Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio. I've been a Finn Balor fan since I was little, when he first arrived, when my dad started putting on NXT, and I kid you not, loved Finn Balor. Like, Finn Balor is like I really like his character. Even like though he's been through a lot, as in he was out the title, like the main, like the main championship, well, like Universal Championship, World Heavyweight Championship, like he was out of that scene for a while, and he did like Intercontinental Championship. He's done tag team, NXT champion, like in general, like throughout any era this man has been through, I've been there supporting him no matter what. Can we give Finn Balor a Royal Rumble win? Maybe he could headline WrestleMania one day. That's me being greedy. In general, Finn Balor, I've always liked his character, and like the whole added part of him being the demon I find that interesting. I love the demon as a character because it's something that no one would think would be like no one would think like to have this like alter ego. Like there's, you know what, I shouldn't say that because there's other people who have created alter egos, Bray Wyatt and The Fiend, but in general, either way, I do like having that. Okay, you have this side of you that comes out when you need it, when you need to be the most violent, and I love the demon. To see like getting the Finn Balor that I watched back in NXT back, and when he was going for the Universal Championship at the time, just to see that Finn back, and he's happy and he's doing his thing. At least like I didn't mind Judgment Day Finn era. It was honestly, he's a goofy guy, goofy goober. I'm saying this like I know him, and you know that's like not nuh-uh. But in general, Finn Balor has been a character I've loved and whatnot. It's so funny, like stuff like that has sometimes inspired me to be like, oh my god, guys, I could do wrestling. I could be a wrestler. Bio major. There's like that inner thought that's like, you should drop out, join a wrestling school. Listen, I would love to achieve dreams of mine that I would never have thought would be possible, but I would rather right now continue what I'm doing, because I do love being a bio major. I do love a lot of stuff, but I'm very ambitious with what I do and what I like, because like, to think about, like, I've always, as a kid, I've always thought about, oh my goodness, what if I actually wrestled and went into the WWE and actually made it, like, you know, because there's a lot of wrestlers I look up to, like, as I mentioned earlier, like, I would say the main wrestlers that I would look up to if we were making like a list of like 5: AJ Lee, Bray Wyatt, Finn Balor. I would say Rhea, low-key Naomi. Low-key Naomi. Just in general, like, I've always, if I ever wanted to get into the business, I have like a character picked out, and it's similar to Finn Balor's character, which is so funny, because if I had my own type of demon character, it would be based off of like my mental health. Yeah. But I mean, because I'm a not really like a standard, I'm a quirky person, and I'd love to like learn how to do wrestling and, you know, to act. Again, one of my favorite YouTubers, Kenny JD, she said that wrestling is just the opera. It's a soap opera. I'm sorry. It's a soap opera, but they're beating the heck out of each other every week. So it's just like, it seems like a fun thing to do. It's like a pastime for people to express themselves, to show who, like, characters that they like to be, and like, it's good. People talk about how WWE is just drag. How about we talk about WWE just being D&D, but in real life? I just thought about it. Because like D&D, you're in this fantasy world, like you're playing a different character, and it's drag D&D and WWE Venn diagram, 3 circles, and in the middle, it's playing a character that will take you to this magical that's like a fantasy character in the middle of all 3 circles. I should write that down and like my knee crack, and like analyze it, because I can see the whole WWE being drag, and like drag kind of gets into D&D, and like D&D and wrestling have a man, did not think of that. Good, I thought about that now. Rambles. This is why I have this. This is why I have podcast rambles. But the character that I would be would I think I just burped into the mic. I apologize. Jesus Christ. The character that I would probably be would be more of a I feel like if I ever wanted a persona, I would be confident type thing, because I have 0 self-confidence, and I act like I have self-confidence. I do not. And honestly, I do feel like it will be like more of an alternative character. No, like I'm someone who likes metal, new metal, rap rock. Like I would hands down want my theme song to be either Psychosocial by Slipknot or Bulls on Parade, Rage Against the Machine. Like I would love my theme music to be either based off of those, or just get the rights to be able to use that as my theme music. Okay, I kind of always thought about this of like, oh, what would my alter ego, like, demon persona would be called? And I was like, oh, the Nightmare. Rhea Ripley appears in NXT and she was called the Nightmare, and I was like, oh, well, the Reaper? I would say the name is in progress, but like in general, it'd be like that alternative kind of spooky, scary type character. You know, like maybe a high flyer. No, not a high flyer. I really hate heights. Powerhouse? Tactical? Maybe tactical powerhouse mixture? I don't know. I'm not in a wrestling school. They don't offer it here. But yeah, like WWE is just a passion that I like watching and learning storylines for. Will I ever have the enough willpower to be like, you know what, after college maybe I can buy my way into a wrestling school and start, you know, a career? Well, maybe. We'll see if I have the willpower to do that and the mental state to do that. But like otherwise, I do feel like wrestling has made me. Like, bro, back in elementary school, I loved AJ Lee so much. I was skipping around the playground during recess, just like her. And I still do it today because she returned. You know, just like, let's let it in. You know, like the theme song, and I'm skipping, and it's playing in my head, and I don't know, like being, like having a character like how AJ Lee is. I was going to say was, but is just, to have a character that's different from the classic at the time. I'm going to go back to like the 2010s. At the time was like, yeah, it's this very pretty woman, this and that, who's really flexible, who knows, you know, like a lot of the women's division from the diva era to now really has changed, because you had that basic view on how a woman should be, and you had those trailblazers that broke that stereotype, and then you had people who continued to trailblaze into this era that we have now. So like, that's why I liked AJ Lee. That's why I like Becky Lynch. It's why I like Rhea Ripley. I enjoy Charlotte Flair. It used to be controversial, now it's not. There's so many women that honestly I look up to who wrestle, and that's why it's like I just want to be inspired. But will I go to that wrestling school? No. I gotta get a degree, and I gotta think for what will be best for me in this time of an interesting time, low-key. It's an interesting time that we live in. But otherwise, like, honestly, that's what's taking one side of my brain. Right. Let's talk about the other side. Because honestly, I did say, hey, maybe I'll do a college episode one of these days. Forget about it. Forget what I said earlier. We're going to talk about college. I'm finishing up my first year here in my college. And let's just say both semesters have been very interesting. Semester one, I came in being like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do theater again. Did the first year show. That's all the theater I think I'll do personally. I did theater in high school, and honestly, I think I was in theater for one reason, which wasn't a healthy choice for me. But I don't know, like after doing first year show, I found a love in something else, which was improv. Relates to wrestling. That definitely relates to wrestling by a mile, but improv is something that I enjoy. I'm able to kind of be myself while making up fun things to do. Like the improv is so very fun. I really enjoy it. But to know that for theater, it was because of I was only in theater for one thing, and that kind of caused me to change, like legit, like be like, why did I even do theater? Like maybe I chose the wrong thing, because there's drama left and right in theater for me. And it's just, I don't know, like the musicals that were chosen weren't for me, because I really wanted to do Little Shop, but we never did, because according to my director, we didn't have the voice for Audrey 2. And I'm like, hi, I'm right here. I can, if you need me to sing, I will do it. But it's just, it felt like a clique in theater. That's the theater always feels like there's a clique, and you're either in, you're a side character, or you're out. Which is probably why I haven't done any more theater here, is because of that. Not only was that a thing for first semester, let's talk about classes. Okay, I was taking a calc and chemistry class. Bio, I love bio, so like biology, number one love. My foundation seminar, D&D based. We don't need to get there, that was an easy class for me. But calc and chem, I think this is it was very vulnerable for me to realize that sometimes you're going to have to fail, and fail enough to the point where you're able to pass and succeed with classes. Because I don't tell a lot of people like my grade, because I'm shocked I passed calculus. That's all you need to know in chemistry. The lab would really save me for chemistry. But for me, I feel like having those two classes in the same breath really it beat me down last semester. And like I always tried to have a positive outlook for, when classes are difficult and they feel like they're going to beat me down. I always try to look at the positive and be like, I'm almost done, I'm almost over, I got this, I can at least try to pass. And I did. I passed last semester, but it's just, I'm not a math person. I am a math if it's in science person type. It's a weird thing with me. And last semester was definitely the semester of just, I'm out of the house, I'm happy, yada 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 that. But it was also hell. It was hell for me class wise. And like my schedule was not like your average engineer here, but I struggled. And honestly, I feel like a lot of people don't talk about that, as in the struggle that you're going to face your first semester of college. It's not, you're not always going to succeed, and I wish people talked about it more. But hey, I survived. I'm here now. I'm going to be going insane because of this semester. My classes are fine. I'm thriving. I'm thriving in my classes. The people. The people. A lot of times the people you meet in first semester, you're with them and you learn so much more about them in spring semester, to the point where some of them problematic. Like it's to the point where you have to question, okay, I've been around these people for now a full year, and you're now learning more about them in the second semester. Do I continue being friends with them? Do I just drop them? It's the amount of times that like someone who I became friends with this semester just immediately found out something from, it's just damn. And I do feel like that should be more of a warning for especially friend groups. I've seen friend groups break and fall apart. I do feel like because it's kind of like a beginning stage, like fall semester, and then you hit spring semester, that's where you're like, okay, I know of these people, I've been around them. Oh, these are this is who they truly are. That's how they are. And excuse me, again, pardon me, sorry. It's just, you can't really do nothing about it personally. But hey, honestly, I'm glad that I made it through my first year. Hey, Almost. I'm here for a couple more weeks. Oh, I should probably mention, since I'm not gonna have the podcast studio here, it may be different for my schedule for recording, because who knows what's gonna happen this summer. Cause I'll be home, but I don't have equipment. What I got were my headphones and a dream. So yeah, this small thing of like my schedule for posting will be very interesting. We're gonna see. I'm gonna see if I can map that out before I go back home permanently. For the summer. But overall, like, back to college. The two different like semesters that I've like fall and spring semester, like the differences is astronomical, very, very different. And yeah, also, dang, professors really love to give like 80 million assignments before finals week. Like, dude, my classes are light this semester, but last semester, back-to-back exams. Oh, you thought you were done? No. Have this calc exam at like 10 a.m. in the damn morning. We don't talk, bro. And finals, they just be picking and choosing times for finals. Like, I don't understand it. Because what do you mean that my final was like, my chem final was at 7 o'clock at night, and it was three hours, about 3 hours. Hold on, could I? Sorry, I'm doing. Forget it. There's a soundboard here. Testing. I'm not going to be using it, but like that's the only time I want to use it for that. But anyways, you know, a 3-hour exam, the second to last day of exams. I got home on the final day for exams. They just be picking and choosing. Because also my calc final was the first day of finals. Last semester was just hell. Like, I can't be complaining because I'm for my major, it's not as bad as like some other bio majors, but still, like, I'll be having papers left and right, dude. Tonight, legit, after I finish this, I'm gonna be writing a paper for Intro to Critical Black Studies, which honestly, I'm not gonna like fully complain. The limit is 500 words. I'm not complaining, but this is the most I've ever written in a semester, so get that. In general, like, professors, some of them are very understanding, some of them are strict, fairly strict. Others, chill. Sometimes they don't care. I feel like sometimes when you've been here for a while, you really don't care. You just want to get the class done and the semester over with. But from what I've heard from other people, I feel like the professors just hate people. Like, one of my friends has 5 exams this week. 5. Then another one I know had a paper, an exam, and then a paper due at the end of this week. Just fire every assignment you have my way, and I will take the punches, because I'm just supposed to take these punches. Like, college, yes, you're free. Yes, you can do whatever you want. Yes, you can do, well, not fully whatever you want. You still have to follow a schedule, but like, you have a lot more freedom than you did in high school. And people mostly focus on, oh, like, freedom, this is not, you're away from your parents. Like, yes, being on my own is quite fun. I enjoyed being on my own. but you still have to put in the work, because college is difficult. Depending on what you're doing, it is difficult. I should say that. And honestly, for any first years that are listening to this, no one, like my last episode did not get like a lot of views, but you know what, hey, we live. But to tell any first year student that would be listening to this after you heard me yap about wrestling, I would say, like, take it one step at a time, low-key. College, you may not know what's gonna happen, and I've seen people drop out, transfer. Like, honestly, I feel like people take transferring or dropping out as a negative thing. It's not. To me, I do think that we, as a society, keep on pressuring people to go to college when it's not for everybody. I mean, who knows? Like, I've heard of people who've dropped out who went back to school just to get a degree because they wanted to. And they could because they were more financially stable. That's another gripe about college. It's very expensive. I'm scholarship, but in general, like, to see the prices some people are paying for college is insane. And like, that's a whole different topic that I could go down, as in with institutions and other things. But in general, like, college is not for everyone immediately after high school. And sometimes that will apply to many different people, including incoming freshmen who are seniors in high school. And sometimes you feel like you found your place on a campus, but then you realize, no, I didn't, and you have to transfer. That's completely okay. Like, that's chill. It's completely okay. You don't have to be forced into being at a college because, oh, this has the best program, but you don't like it. You don't like it on campus. I like it on campus because I'm someone who has made friends, who is in a lot of extracurriculars, who's going to be joining another club next year. They're bi-weekly meetings, thank goodness. But in general, I do feel like people take college as a reason to be like, oh, I can oppress this person. Like, no, do college for you. I'm doing college because I want to get a degree and I want to thrive. In my own way of, after getting my degree, I'm not associating thriving with having to do college. I'm not doing that. My bad. But as I was saying, like, do college for you. Because, when I said, I remember, like, another advice that my sister told me, because she went to college. Don't do it for other people. I just legit said the same advice of saying doing it for you. As an add-on to do college for you. Don't do it because of the people. Don't do it because your lover's going to this college. Oh, I have to live up to my parents' legacy. Like, you don't have... College should be for you. And if you, honestly, something that I would tell myself before coming to college is that even though that people here are adults, they'll still act like high schoolers. Because even in the professional world too, like, no matter what, there's going to be drama, and you are going to have to figure out, well, are you going to be on the field or are you going to be on the stands? Preferably, well, it is preferred. Jeez, I can't speak English. It's my first language. It is preferred to be in the stands watching it happen than being on the field. I think for me, I've had the experience in high school where I was in the field 24/7. To now, I've learned to get myself out of the field and just be in the stands. One situation that has happened that was getting me closer to the field, like I was like front row, like about to run on the field and catch a football, but I took that step back and be like, you know what? I'm gonna watch this happen. You know? Dang. This turned into me being like philosophical. I legit went from wrestling to college and complaining to being philosophical to people. Because, like, okay. College. I feel like people hype up college too much. There should be a moderate, like not like, oh my god, do college, it's so good, this is not. It should be like a moderate of like the blind truth of how college is. Like, I can get into detail on how college is. Probably would get me restricted. Would definitely get me restricted. But you learn so much through being by yourself in a dorm with a roommate and working out how to do things on your own, how to make sure, oh, I'm eating, oh, I need to making sure, need to do laundry, need to do dishes if you have like a common room that has a kitchen. Make sure you're doing all of this to survive in a college setting. Like, you're still in school, but you're college setting. Man. Again, I really became philosophical and I really changed the topic from me complaining about college because that's why I've been gone for 2 weeks. I'm now realizing that this is going to be probably a short episode because I don't have a script. I'm going off my dome. Also, I didn't have a set topic. So this is kind of like a combo yap. Maybe next week? Hold on. Next week, maybe? I'll have something, maybe? Possibly? Yes. Because I will record before D&D finale. My D&D final. Don't need to, not final as in like final, college final. That was last semester. Talking about like the finale there. I said it right the first. Okay. But yeah, I think I'm gonna keep this one short. It's kind of I don't need to yap for too long. It's probably gonna be so long episode, but overall, I'm back. I'm back. At the time I'm recording this, didn't do the thumbnail. I have a paper due tomorrow at 10 a.m. I have to take photos for a class, or a photography class. I need to also work on my final paper that's due in May, and work on other work. And eat. I need to make sure I have my sustenance. I did have ramen, but hey, that's not enough to probably satisfy me. So, keeping it short. WWE, fire. Will I pursue it as a career? Maybe. People in the indies don't get paid much, but hey, you never know. Also, along with WWE, college. Oh man, college. It's an experience. But hey, I'm here. I'm doing my thing. Anyways. Oh my god. This is such, again, when I don't have scripts, I'm just yapping about whatever comes to my head and it gets out of whack so fast. And yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching and listening to Untitled. I mean, you can't really see me. So, listening to Untitled. And I will see you in the next episode.